So Baker and the Bucs just beat the Carolina Panthers and showed you they're easily the best team in the NFC South now that they've gotten healthy. But they are not going to win the NFC South because they lost 4 straight games they should have won by a grand total of 11 points. And because of the damnedest run of bad luck I have ever had in my betting life, which extends all the way back to my sophomore year in high school when I began betting with a bookmaker in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And I've always been very good betting, especially on pro and college football until now. Derek Brooks, the great Buccaneer, still owes me a dinner off a game that I won on over him. Going back, I don't know, God, this is about a 10-year-old bet on an Oklahoma-Florida State game. Paul Pierce still owes me a dinner because I bet that the Oklahoma City Thunder, as the playoffs started, would win the NBA championship last year. He said he'd take me to any steakhouse in Beverly Hills. He owes me that. And my guy, Shannon Sharp, as our 7-year run ended on Undisputed, had lost 70. He was down 70 cases. We used to bet cases of Diet Mountain Dew, my breakfast of champions. He owed me 70 cases. And all of a sudden this year, I run into Aqib Talib on Arena Gridiron. And he goes on the damnedest run of good luck versus my bad luck I have ever encountered. And it now ends tomorrow when there is no way that the New Orleans Saints are going to upset the Atlanta Falcons at Atlanta without Chris Olave. Wait until I tell you that story. I'll bang through this. You want to talk about bad luck versus Aqib Talib, or maybe he's just blessed. I don't know. Maybe he's magic. This all started all the way back mid-season when I bet him that his Denver Broncos would lose at Texans. And what happened early second quarter? I'm up 3-0 on the Broncos. This is a straight up bet. No points. And C.J. Stroud bangs the back of his head on the turf and is lost to a concussion. And from that point, the Texans managed to go 3 for 17 on third down thanks to Davis Mills, the backup quarterback. The last 6 times they have the ball, they have to punt. And Bo Nix didn't even complete half of his passes, but he escapes late. With 44 seconds left, he escapes and runs 25 yards that puts them in field goal range, and they make a 34-yard walk-off field goal to win 18-15. That was the start of my bad luck. Then a month ago, I said something to the effect on the show that, there's no way that the Bucs are going to lose the NFC South. He hates Baker Mayfield, so he bet me a dinner that Carolina would win the NFC South. And I'm like, okay, this is a month ago. And then that started happening, 4 straight by a grand total of 11 points. Then we had another dinner bet going back a month ago when I thought delusionally that my Cowboys would hang in the NFC East race. I said, because I thought they were going to creep up and catch the Philadelphia Eagles. And when I looked down the schedule, I said, Eagles at Bills, there's no way the Eagles are going to win that game. And they shouldn't have, but we bet a dinner, again, 3 weeks prior to the game. As you know, it was last Sunday. And Josh Allen says all week his foot is going to be fine after the game at Cleveland. And he comes out limping. His foot was anything but fine. Remember, the Bills came in the hottest team in the National Football League. And Josh Allen limps through a game they should have won by 2 touchdowns if he had been able to move on his foot. Still, it comes down to a 2-point conversion try to win the game. I'll take that with Superman at the helm in charge. And Shakir breaks wide open on the 2-point try, as you well remember, along the back line. And Superman throws it in the dirt and misses him by 3 yards. And I fell off my chair in my little man cave with my daughter, my little Maltese Hazel. She's at my feet right now. She was looking at me like, what the hell just happened to you? Superman turned into Lois Lane, not even a Clark Kent. It was Lois Lane. Lois Lane could have thrown a better pass than Josh Allen did. He faded to his left, drifted to his left. maybe his foot's bottom, I don't know, and he just dirt balls it. And I just couldn't believe it. I lost another bet to Aqib Talib on that throw. It's impossibly bad luck, just impossibly. Then Monday night, you got Rams at Falcons, and all the Rams had to do was win a game that they were favored by 7.5 to win. And if they had won the game, we would be now celebrating the Bucs right now because they would have won the NFC South just by beating Carolina in the final game. But you know and I know what happened. Matt Stafford, the runaway MVP, throws 3 interceptions. Even after on Monday's Arena Gridiron, my man Aqib Talib predicted, not for a dinner, he just predicted on the show as the show ended, that the Rams would annihilate the Falcons. It wouldn't even be close. And most people thought it wouldn't even be close. And Matt Stafford throws 3 interceptions. But the Rams do fight back from 21-0 down. They tie it at 24-all. And on 2nd and 10 from the 35, it looked like maybe they'll stop them, get the ball back, and Kirk Cousins hits Pitts for 11 yards. And then on 3rd and 1, Bijan escapes for 10 more yards, and they make a 51-yard field goal. And it's 27-24, 21 seconds left. Matt Stafford has it 1st and 10 at his 35, and his young receiver, little X-Man, Xavier Smith, breaks wide open deep. The Falcons completely bust the coverage. He is gone for a touchdown. All Matt Stafford has to do is hit him over here in his hands as he breaks toward the sideline, and then there's nobody left. He's just going to break it up. He can fly, that kid. Matt Stafford missed him by 5 yards. I don't know what happened. He just flat out missed him. Next play, deep ball to Tutu Atwell. It is outrageous pass interference on Alford. Just outrageous. It's a tackle. It's got to be called, and it's not called. At least that would have tied the game at the very least with the field goal. And then he tries on 3rd down deep down the right side to Puka, and Puka almost made a miraculous catch that at least would have forced overtime, probably, if they make the field goal. And as he's going to the ground, the miracle turns into a busted play where he just can't hold it to the ground in the game. He's got one last hurrah and misses it, which leads me. So obviously, the Falcons upset the Rams on Monday Night Football, even though my guy Aqib said it was going to be a blowout, and Aqib's going to win another dinner bet on me, off me, because of that. A game that he predicted the other way is going to cost me yet another dinner. So here's the punchline. So I have a good friend playing fantasy football. What's my recommendation as they get to the wire in that league? I said, play Chris Olave last couple of games, and he had 2 monster games, and my friend won the league Super Bowl championship, won it all, because of Chris Olave. And what do I wake up to read the other morning? That as New Orleans now must upset the Falcons to alleviate the 3-way tie that will cost the Bucs the NFC South because of a tiebreaker that will allow the Panthers to win it. I read that Chris Olave, the poor man, has a blood clot in his lung. And I'm like, what? It's impossibly bad. After I had recommended Chris Olave to my friend to win the fantasy championship, that he, what? After I did that, and now Chris Olave's got a blood clot, and it's impossibly bad luck. And God bless him. It's really bad luck for him. Hope he's going to be okay. He posted pictures. I think he's going to be fine, but he's not going to play tomorrow. And the Saints are not going to upset the Falcons in Atlanta tomorrow without their go-to receiver. Oh, shucks. No way Shuck is going to win this game without that guy. So, once again, it's the worst luck in the history of betting, at least that I know of, because I had it. There's not one of these bets I wouldn't go back and make again. In my earliest betting days, I was taught there's a right way to go. You might lose the bet, but you'll look at the game and say, well, the right way to go was this way. I won one bet all year from a Cuban. He loves Bill Belichick, and with 3 games to go for North Carolina, he said, Belichick will win whatever it took, I think 2 of those games, to get to 6 wins and be in a bowl game. And I said, there's no way, because I'd already looked at the games that were left. And they got blown. They weren't even close. The right way to bet all 3 of those games was the way I went, and they didn't win another game, and they didn't get close to 6 wins, and I won that one bet. But now, Chris Olave's got a blood. Oh, Lord, have mercy on me and these guys. They're the best team. They even got Kalijah Cansey back today. You could just see it. You just looked at the game. I know it stayed close to the bitter end because that's just what the Bucs have been doing. They're so snake-bitten, but they've snapped out of it. They would be a pretty tough out at home. Maybe they'll play the Rams at home. I don't know. That's what would have happened. But I'm on record. I'm going to throw it out there because I'm done with all of this. I want to congratulate the Carolina Panthers on winning the NFC South because it's a done deal, over and out, in part because of me and my outrageously bad luck. Atlanta will win this game. It'll be, I think it'll be 38-7 Atlanta. Just watch. It'll be 38-7. It won't even be close. It'll be over before it even starts. 38-7. And now our moderator, Kinsey, is already thrown in on this bet because I'm going to lose so many dinners. So we're going to have one big dinner. They want to do it maybe this coming week before the playoffs even start. And we got to go to Steak 48 in Beverly Hills. And I got to foot the tab. I got to take care of, we're going to take everybody on the show. Everybody's going to Steak 48 in Beverly Hills. Well, I'm out here in LA, and watch. I don't know. I don't even do dinners like this, but I don't drink. Everybody else welcome to drink, and I'm sure there'll be bottles of wine, and there'll be this, and there'll be that, and I'll get a bill, and once we include the tip, it'll probably be, I don't know, I'm probably being ridiculously conservative here. A couple of grand? Is that what it's going to cost me? My bad luck? I guess I deserve it. Maybe it'll be $3,000 before it's all over. Happy New Year to me, and happy NFC South to the Carolina freaking Panthers.